What is up, my beauties? Welcome back to my channel. I am Michaela Shanti if you beauties are new here to my channel. So today, beauties, we're going to get into this 1990s vibe for you beauties today. So we are going to be getting into the Morphe 353 Fierce by Nature palette to create this nice, beautiful, grungy vibe that we see on the right side of the eye right over here. So now we're just going to do the same thing on the left side of the eye. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my lids and prime them up for these shadows and these little shadowy vibes. So we are going to use my p.louise base in Rumour number 2. We're gonna pat that on so we can get a nice clean base so we can get into these nice grungy colors. Alright, beauty, so I did zoom in for you guys just a little bit more. So I did prep and prime our lids with our p.louise base in Rumour number 2. So now, beauties, we're gonna get into the 353 Fierce by Nature palette. So we're gonna take a nice, beautiful, deep, kind of almost a black shade. It's in the bottom left hand corner of the palette. So beauties, we're gonna get into this nice, beautiful palette right over here. This is the 353 Fierce by Nature palette. So beauties, we're just gonna keep blending this out into our desired consistency, and we're just gonna blend in this deep depth shade and then go in circular motion so we can blend this out to our desired consistency. All right, beauties, so the next two shades that we're getting into is these two shades over here. They're more of a deep mauve brown over here, so we're going to blend that right above where we did put that nice almost black pigment into the inner corners of our eyes. So we're just going to blend that right above to get a nice gradient effect. And also, beauties, when you're packing these first shades of pigment on, you guys don't have to be super perfect with it. You guys can always go back in about 2 to 3 times with these same pigments and blend it into your desired effect. So if the first time it doesn't come out how you want to, you can always go back the second and the third time and then just make sure everything is clean, nice and clean and snatched. Alright, beauty, so to give this a nice grungy hue and a nice more orangey type of vibe, we're going to go in with this pigment over here and also this pigment over here. We're going to blend in these nice, beautiful orange shades right above where we did put that brown mauve shade so we can get a nice, beautiful gradient effect. Alright, so now that I have all of those 3 shades blended out, we have that dark, deep, almost black shade, we have that nice mauve brown shade, and then we have a beautiful, nice orange, vibrant tinge shade. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back in with those pigments 2 to 3 times and then blend it out to our desired effect. Girl, so now we're gonna get into our p.louise base in Rumour number 2. So we're gonna take our flat concealer brush, we are gonna pat it on, we are gonna trace out as if we were doing a cut crease, and then we're just gonna evenly line it out as we did on the right side of the eye right over here. And we're also just gonna meet the shimmery pigment halfway onto the lid, and we're just gonna brush this out just like this in that swiping consistent motion. And we're also gonna be packing on a beautiful, nice glittery gold shade right on top of this just to give it a little bit more of a pop of color. So I'm just gonna use the same brush, spray a little bit of our setting spray so it can pop on there, and then we're just gonna pop that right on top. Alright, beauty, so the next pigment that we're gonna get into is this is more of a kind of lighter shimmery shade. It's more of a little bit lighter than what we did go into on half of our lid. So we're gonna pop that on with a flat type of brush, and then we're gonna use our setting spray, pop it on, and we're gonna kind of trace out where we did cut our crease so we can have it nice and precise and defined. Alright, so now that we have this shimmery shade popped onto our lid, we are going to go in with a little bit of glitter. So I'm going into my Beats by Cosmetics glitters. So one of our glitters is going to be more of like a orangey type of glitter over here, and then we're also going into a yellow one as well. So we're going to pair these two together. We're not going to use too much of the chunky glitters that are in here. We're just going to use the shimmery types of glitters, the smaller types of glitters. I did pop on just a little bit of the chunky, just a little bit to balance it out. So we're just going to pop these on. I usually use my eyelash glue to pop these on and everything. So I'm going to put my eyelash glue on top, and then we're gonna pop on a little bit of glitter with a nice precise brush and just put that glitter right where we did our shimmer. Alright, beauties, so that's what it's looking like over here after we did blend this out, girl. So it's looking nice, grungy, glittery glam over here. So now what I'm about to do is we're gonna go into the same pigments that we did use on the outer edges of our eye, and we're gonna use that right where we did cut our crease on the inner part of our eye. So we're gonna blend out that dark, deep, almost black shade. We're gonna blend out those mauvey browns and that nice, beautiful orange hue, and we're just gonna blend those all to a gradient effect to get a nice snatch consistency like we see on the right side of the eye right over here, girl. Now what we're about to do is get into our liner. So for liner, I'm going into the Beats by Cosmetics. the Beats by Cosmetics Black Lives Matter liner. This is in the shade Black Girl. So we're about to line it out. Try to do it as thinly as you can because they really did go for, in the 90s, they did kind of more sleeky type liner. It wasn't always bold and all out there. So try to keep it as, you know, tame as you can. Just line it out. We don't want to do a big fat wing for this. So just keep it nice and neutral, slayed out, okay? And then we are gonna get into our lashes, okay, girl? So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pop on a little bit of mascara before I do put on my lashes. My lashes are naturally curly, so I do not have to like curl them or anything, you guys. So I just put on my mascara and then we're gonna pop on our lashes, girl. So for lashes, in this video, we're gonna get into our lashes by She Lash. You can find her on Instagram at captivemoonbeauty. Use my discount code, girl, for free shipping on anything on the website, you guys. Use my discount code LoveMichaela1. You'll get free shipping on anything on the website, girl. These lashes, they are in the style Flutter. So in the 90s, they did go for like kind of a spider type eyelash look. So I do believe these lashes, they give you like that perfect type of spider web lash vibe. So I'm just gonna pop that on real quick, girl, and then we're gonna get into getting into our full face beat today, okay, girl? So now, you guys, we have our eyes done. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into our full face beat today, okay? So now what we're about to do is we're gonna go into my Juviasplace and also our ilmakiage foundation. We're gonna blend those two together to get a nice, beautiful coverage today. And we're gonna just pop that on with our beauty blender, get a nice full beat. And then we are gonna go into our concealer, girl. We get in nice and snatched today for this look. We're just gonna go in our concealed parts under our eyes. And also, beauties, we're just gonna focus this p.louise base also underneath our eyelids. We're gonna blend it out as if it was our concealer because we're gonna go into those same shades that we did use for our upper eyelids over here because we're gonna give it a nice smoked out grungy effect. So I'm gonna go into my Kylie Jenner setting powder in yellow. I'm gonna use this little buffering little brush. It's kind of more like a more blunt type of sponge, so we can get it nice and pressed in this powder to set. You know, we're gonna be looking fresh, looking ready for this 90s look. So now that we got this bake going on over here, we are going to get into contour, ladies. So we are about to get into the Morphe Lo-Fi palette. I'm gonna use that shade Enemy, and the other shade I believe is, hold on, the shade Enemy and Debutante, I don't know. And then we're also gonna just lightly brush this bake off, and then we are going to get into some highlight today, ladies, okay? Now what we're about to do is get into those shades, the ones that we did use on our upper eyes over here. We're gonna blend that out on our lower eyelids over here so we can get that nice grungy vibe. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my BLM by Beats by Cosmetics liner, and we're gonna line our waterline with that black liner, and then we're gonna pop a little bit of highlight on our inner corner to make it all snatched up and ready for this 90s grungy vibe. We're gonna pop on a little bit of highlight, so I'm gonna go into my favorite, my Makeup Revolution Highlight Reloaded in Dare to Divulge. We're just gonna highlight this on our highlighted parts to get a nice, beautiful, glowing vibe. So I'm gonna line my lips out a little bit overlined because they did go for an overlined type of look back in the 90s, and then I'm gonna pop on a nice, beautiful brown lipstick shade. For my lips, you guys, I'm gonna go into my Mary Luna Designs matte lip cream in Spicy, and then I'm going to pop it on with a little bit of my Lorac and Secret Agent. Alright, my beautiful beauties, this is the completed look over here for you boos. I created this 1990s grunge inspired tutorial for you beauties today. This is kind of giving me off some like gypsy vibes as well. I hope you guys did really enjoy this video, girl. If you did, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you do not miss an upload from your girl over here, okay? And I love you beauties, and I will catch you guys on my next upload, okay, girl? I love you. Bye. Oh.